Lost Media 15. Hi guys, welcome back to my Lost Media series. Today I will be talking about lost short films. So let's go. Number 1, Neighbors. Lost Columbia Pictures single quote Color Rhapsody cartoon, 1935. This is a cartoon I heard years ago, but in the decade since I first saw it mentioned in a conversation about obscure 1930s cartoons, it seems nobody has managed to find a copy. The cartoon is titled Neighbors and was released in 1935 by Columbia Pictures under their single quote Color Rhapsodies series. There's an entry for it over at the Big Cartoon database. Searching the internet now, the only real reference to the cartoon I can find anywhere is an archived conversation from a message board in 2010 where people asked about it and it was mentioned as presumed lost, with just little bits of information about the plot, just expanding on what was mentioned in the BCDB entry. It's worth noting that it bears similarities to a later Color Rhapsody cartoon, the similarly named Peaceful Neighbors, which is about two rival roosters who get their chicks to fight each other for control of their yards, while peace-loving doves work to end the conflict, clearly a commentary of the outbreak of World War II at the time. The latter cartoon is around, although we only found the Spanish dub of it posted on YouTube. But the 1935 cartoon still is nowhere to be found. Outside some discussions among classic cartoon historians. Number 2, Monkey Love. Lost footage of Screen Gems cartoon, 1935. Monkey Love is a cartoon, a part of the Color Rhapsody series, produced by the Screen Gems studio and distributed by Columbia Pictures on September 12, 1935. A boy monkey and a girl monkey meet in the jungle and fall in love instantly, but she plays hard to get. But after the boy serenades the girl monkey and manages to take her home, the jealous gorilla causes mishaps and kidnaps her. The male monkey manages to get help from insect friends to successfully save her. In the late 1990s, when Columbia began restoring the Screen Gems library, it was one of 26 cartoons they could not locate a master copy of, only being able to find a track of the cartoon. Since then, only the track has remained seen of the cartoon, and it's currently unknown if a piece of the film survives. While no images or posters have been found of the cartoon, Jaime's Vintage Records uploaded a pitched-up record of the cartoon to their site here. Do note that the other cartoons they claim are lost are not. While the original upload of the soundtrack is no longer available, it has been re-uploaded to YouTube. Number 3, Cars Toons. To Protect and Serve. Lost animated short film of Pixar animated series. Cars, To Protect and Serve is an unreleased 5th episode of single quote Tales from Radiator Springs series. It was meant to air in 2015. But as of 2022, it has yet to surface. The short was announced at D23 Expo 2013 alongside the aired Radiator Springs 501 half short. In March 2014, it was announced that a short was due to release in 2015. In October of the same year, it was discovered that the short was called To Protect and Serve. But 2015 came and went, and although die casts for both new characters, pictured above, and the pre-existing characters were made, along with a children's book version of the short has never aired. Pixar has yet to explain why the short hasn't been released yet. No video of the short has ever been shown to the public. However, the book does contain images from the short. It has been speculated that the story in the book, as simple as it is, could be the same as the one in the short. Since then, no other shorts have been announced after To Protect and Serve, and it is likely the series has ended or been cancelled. Number 4, Eat Your Makeup. Rarely seen 1968 film. Eat Your Makeup is a 1968 short movie, the third made by John Waters. It was his first film in 16mm film. It stars Marina Mellon, Dervine, Mary Vivian Pierce, David Locherry, Howard Gruber, and Malcolm Soul. The plot is about a deranged governess who kidnaps models, forcing them to eat makeup, and makes them model themselves to death for her boyfriend and their friends. One of the governess's friends dreams that she is Jackie Kennedy, and she relives the JFK assassination. The film's title was based on eatable lipstick that John Waters found in the stores. The recreation of the Kennedy assassination with Dervine playing Jackie was shot at Waters' family home. which had only happened 2 years before. The film was screened in a church. After disappearing, it was later screened again as a part of John Waters' traveling photography show. John Waters, Change of Life. In September 2014, it was screened as part of the single quote 50 years of John Waters, How Much Can You Take? Film retrospective. It has never been released in any format aside from these 3 screenings. A clip of Dervine's scenes from Eat Your Makeup is in the documentary film I Am Dervine. Number 5, Princess of the Moon, rare American animated short film 1991. Princess of the Moon is a 1991 American, animated, fantasy short film. It is an adaptation of a 9th-century Japanese folk tale of the same title. It was produced by Sullivan Bluth Special Projects for Landmark Entertainment. Of all of Don Bluth's works, this may be considered the rarest and most obscure. It was intended to be project in a large screen format. That's it, being shown simultaneously across 3 big screens, while audio animatronics characters and props were being performed and used on a customized stage. It was supposed to be shown at Oida's Harmony Land, a Tokyo-based amusement park. A princess named Kaguya Hime is discovered as a baby in a glowing bamboo stalk. After she grows up, her attractiveness catches the attention of 5 suitors who vie for her hand in marriage. But she won't decide who to marry until they each carry out an impossible task. Later, she catches the eyes of the Emperor of Japan. By the end, she reveals her divine origins and returns to the moon. Because this version of the story has rarely ever been seen. It is hard to find online, and it seems it never received an official release. It has yet to be available on any online video sites, and it is uncertain if it will ever get a wider release in that way. It is uncertain whether it may or may not even be lost. Number 6, Meso Blues, partially found 1993 Johnny Bravo prototype short. Meso Blues was the original thesis short for Johnny Bravo created by Van Partible in 1993. While working at Loyola Marymount University, Partible decided to pursue a career in animation, and so he started working on a senior thesis project called Meso Blues. This short was about an Elvis Presley impersonator. Originally 3 impersonators, before it was shortened to 1 due to time constraints, who would later become Johnny Bravo. Dan McLaughlin, Partible's animation professor, showed the short to a friend working at Hanna-Barbera Productions, and the studio loved the short so much that they asked Partible if he could do a pitch for a 7-minute short cartoon based on it, which became Johnny Bravo short, in which the character was changed so that, as Partible put it, he would be more of this single quote 50s iconic James Dean-looking character that talked like Elvis. Other changes include his hairstyle, name, physical appearance and personality. This new pilot was later aired on World Premiere Toons, also known as What a Cartoon. Despite the success it spawned, Meso Blues has never been released or even been seen publicly. Unlike the widely available and similarly made What a Cartoon predecessor, the Whoop Asterisk Girls, which would later become the Powerpuff Girls, or the recently found Billy and Mandy short Billy and Mandy and Trepanation of the Skull. There is a documentary on YouTube, which has 5 seconds of footage from the pilot, and it can be seen here. Update: Turner Eastern Standard Time. Now Warner Bros. Discovery has now blocked this video, and now you can't watch it anymore here. Number 7, Me at the Zoo, Lost HQ version, 2005. In 2005, Me at the Zoo was released on YouTube. But due to limitations, it was compressed to 24op instead of 480p. The double-resolution video has no screenshots at all, and the potato sounds were not present. Number 8, Mickey Mouse, partially found computer-colorized versions. In 1991, Disney colorized 52 black and white Mickey Mouse cartoon shorts, as well as 2 Silly Symphonies cartoon shorts. Though the digital colorization process, so that the shorts could air on the Disney Channel during Saturday mornings. Some of the computer-colorized shorts would air on the Disney Channel anthology series The Ink and Paint Club, 1997 to 1998. Albeit in a grayscaled tone to emulate the original black and white shorts, as these copies were easier to find in the Disney archives at the time. Additionally, the computer colorized shorts became more commonly aired on foreign Disney Channel stations, which is where several of the found versions of these computer colorized shorts use. There were also earlier efforts from around the late 1980s which were only shown through slips on single quote Totally Mini 1988. All shorts with the exception of single quote The Mad Doctor 1933 are copyrighted by Disney. These shorts have been archived here for historical and preservation purposes. Number 9 Pib and Pog, Lost original 1995 college short. Pib and Pog is a stop-motion animated short from Aardman released in 1995. It revolves on a parody of extremely simple young children television of the time, in which the short would start out simple and friendly, with a soft-speaking narrator kindly speaking over the two happy-looking titular characters, but as time went on, the short would slowly get more and more violent and black in its comedy, with Pib and Pog starting to harm each other in increasingly violent ways. It went on to receive 5 mini-episodes in 2006 as well as a successful advertising campaign for Dairy Dunkers. But much like other animated franchises, the series had begun with a school-based project, and the one for this series would later be made into its first proper iteration. As revealed by Dave Alex in commentary of the short on the Aardman Classics DVD. Peter Peek, the short's writer and director, had originally approached Aardman with the idea of the film, as he had already shot a version of it he made at college. It was basically in the form as you see the current short, but supposedly a lot cruder. He would obviously later refine the ideas, characters and animation for this short, as at this point, he actually had a chance to spend more time to do it properly. The short currently could not be found anywhere, and as of now it has yet to be found. Number 10 Brad and Gary, partially found Illumination animated short film 2011. Brad and Gary is a 2011 computer animated short film based on Ricky Gervais' Flamimals. Made by Illumination Entertainment, a unit of Universal Pictures best known for the Despicable Me series and the Super Mario Bros. movie. It was directed by Minion voice actor Pierre Coffin, who also voices Brad in the short, and animated at the then newly formed Illumination MacGuff in France. In September 2012, the short was selected as part of the Real Shorts Film Festival. Here is the short synopsis as follows. Single quote, this short film created by director Pierre Coffin is the story of Brad and Gary, two creatures living in an unknown world. The plot revolves around the big idea that joining forces to overcome one's shortcomings really is the only way out. Or in. Or maybe out again? It's also a tale about friendship, its ups and downs, ins and outs. This fresh look on solidarity was brought to life by the Illumination MacGuff Studio, the team behind the success of Despicable Me single quote. Two short animated snippets of an incomplete render of the Brad and Gary short film can be found on Jean-Michel Pontiumondoloni's animation reel uploaded on Vimeo from 201-218, one of the animators who made said short, with a backing soundtrack and voice acting. It is unclear however if said snippets were finalized and made up to the final cut of the Brad and Gary short. An entire storyboard for the short can be found on Didlar Akun's Slideshare as well. On July 2023, a short clip of the animated short was found in an upload of the official Annie Awards in 2013, giving us a look and footage of the animated short. Very little is known about this short, and it has yet to be released in any form as of 2023. Conclusion. Thanks for watching this episode of my Lost Media series, and we will see you next time on my Lost Media series. Thanks for watching. Next episode is Lost Media 16.